Chief Jury Ngelale is the official spokesperson for the Nigerian President Bola Tinubu, who is also the chairman of ECOWAS. And you're joining us live from the Nigerian capital, Abuja. Thank you for being on the program with us. Look, ECOWAS set a deadline to restore constitutional order in Niger. That deadline passed almost 48 hours ago, and nothing has happened. Does ECOWAS now have a credibility problem?
Hello, my great and wonderful people. How una day today? I hope all of una day well. Today we get a lot of videos for our table. We're going to say one quickly the review to you concerning the things when we say it they happen right now for inside this country, Nigeria. As you rightly see one from the introduction, how it be said that they interview the media and publicity secretary of Bola Tinubu for Al Jazeera News Media. Although we will review the full video of this very interview to you and every questions when be said they ask this man concerning the integrity of ECOWAS in line with this very Niger issue. And after that very one, we equally get other videos when we say we review to you one after the other. And before we go on, I want to quickly beg you for one favor. I beg, help us to like this video, because the more you like this video, the more YouTube they recommend them to people. Now their own policy now it be that very one. As it reach you, I see what make it reach other people. All right, thank you so much for your understanding. Now, I'll first of all leave you to hear the questions when they pose before the media and publicity secretary of Bola Tinubu concerning the integrity of ECOWAS because of the deadline when they set for Niger coup plotter. I'll come back for more.
Chief Jury Ngelale is the official spokesperson for the Nigerian President Bola Tinubu, who is also the chairman of ECOWAS. And you're joining us live from the Nigerian capital, Abuja. Thank you for being on the program with us. Look, ECOWAS set a deadline to restore constitutional order in Niger. That deadline passed almost 48 hours ago, and nothing has happened. Does ECOWAS now have a credibility problem?
Frankly, that account is untrue. There have been moves to the effect that based on the consensus resolution passed by ECOWAS member heads of state at the last ECOWAS extraordinary meeting, on that authority, the chairman of ECOWAS and the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has approved the issuance of a fresh slate of sanctions to be issued through the Central Bank of Nigeria on entities and individuals associated with the military junta in Niger Republic. So let us be clear. There has been a firm ultimatum that was based on a mandate that has been backed by ECOWAS protocols which have been in place for years. And the ECOWAS member heads of state will not back down from their duty of upholding the protocols as agreed by all member states.
Okay, so let's talk about next steps then. There's a meeting of ECOWAS leaders on Thursday. Will President Tinubu be at that meeting pushing for military intervention?
The chairman of ECOWAS, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, will be present at that meeting holding in Abuja, our great nation's capital. And indeed, his colleague heads of state in the ECOWAS community will also be present. We do not want to engage in any kind of speculative conjecture as to what our next steps will be, but certainly we will be fully committed, as we have been throughout this process, to upholding the ECOWAS protocols with respect to how ECOWAS member states will handle any illegitimate overthrow of constitutional order in any of the ECOWAS member states. And the same holds true for the scenario we're watching unfold in Niger Republic. We want to emphasize very clearly to the international community tonight that we stand unified in solidarity and in our determination not to hold brief for any other nation, not to adopt the position of any geopolitical position of any other country or group of countries, but to stand for Africa on an African position that we are determined to ensure that civilian democratic governance is sustained on the continent for the prosperity, security, and development of the countries on our beloved continent.
Okay, but at this stage, the question is how? How do you do that? How do you stand for Africa? Because what ECOWAS now does could set some kind of precedent. Either there is firm action that deters the coup leaders from continuing, and that's precedent-setting, frankly, for ECOWAS if it does happen, or there isn't, and that is a sign that perhaps ECOWAS, can't really do a whole lot when there is a coup in the region. After all, there have been coups in Mali, in Burkina Faso, and in Guinea in recent years.
That was also the reality under different leadership. You would recall that in other countries, under the ECOWAS umbrella, there have been elections held since then. Newly elected leaders have emerged since then, and the reaction as a result will be different. But we want to be very clear about this. We are not taking the kind of simplistic and bifurcated approach that some international media have chosen to take, which is that either you must go in or you're not serious, or you stay out, and you're serious, or you stay out and you're not serious. We do not accept that simple narrative. What we are saying is that we have multiple levers on which we can leverage to achieve the end that we are seeking to achieve, which is to uphold the ECOWAS protocols by ensuring that there is a return of civilian democratic rule under the leadership of President Bazoum as duly elected by the people of Niger Republic. Now, whether that happens today or next week or next month, we will see. But we are determined to leverage on all elements of our power regionally to ensure that happens. And that is not limited only to military intervention, although military intervention has not and will not be taken off of the table.
All right, my great and wonderful people, I believe you don't hear everything from the media and publicity secretary of Bola Tinibu. And now, you get one thing when you be saying Int'l during the time of your own interview. Say, whether the ECOWAS succeed now or tomorrow or next month or even 1 year to come, it not really matter. Waiting matter be say, ECOWAS go succeed. Abi? But the deadline when you be say they set, that will not stand as a shame to them. All right, now so talking concerning that matter, we'll leave you to share your own opinion with us on the comment section because of time, even as we take you down to another video. And this video now where it be said this same man, which is Bola Tinibu's media and publicity secretary, they come outside to announce to every Nigerians and Africa as a whole the deadline when it be say ECOWAS sets as it expire. The next step when it be say they want to take. Here I'll come back for more.
Following the expiration of the deadline of the ultimatum and standing on the pre-existing consensus position of financial sanctions meted out on the military junta in Niger Republic by the bloc of ECOWAS heads of state, His Excellency President Bola Tinubu has ordered an additional slate of financial sanctions through the Central Bank of Nigeria on entities and individuals related to or involved with the military junta in Niger Republic. President Bola Tinubu wishes to emphasize to this distinguished audience that the response of ECOWAS to the military coup in Niger Republic has been and will remain devoid of ethnic and religious sentiments and considerations. The regional bloc is made up of all sub-regional ethnic groups, religious groups, and all other forms of human diversity. And the response of ECOWAS, therefore, represents all of these groups and not any of these groups individually.
All right, my great and wonderful people, I believe say all of you don't hear this very man. Now, before we talk anything, it get one incident when be say it dey happen for Ghana as we dey talk right now concerning the Bank of Ghana. How it be say people, the Ghanaians, they come outside to the revolt against the governor of the Central Bank of Ghana. They want make the man step down. And it get a lot of reasons why it be say they want make this man step down. The reason why I say we want give una this video make una watch, not pass be say these people don't they cry out now concerning the heinous crime when it be say this governor they commit against the citizens and the financial status of Ghana. Nobody they hear them. Oh. Nobody they hear them. When it be say they will take up beyond this very level, now there you would hear international body. They stand up. They say they define peace. Abi. First of all, watch this video first. We'll come back for more.
The Bank of Ghana governor and anybody hold accountable is the Attorney General. But which of you here believes that Godfrey Dami is going to prosecute any member of our President Akufo-Addo's government? It's not going to happen. But I can assure you that apart from the fact that the governor fears appearing before Parliament, in fact, he doesn't even like appearing before the Finance Committee of Parliament. He thinks he's only accountable to President Akufo-Addo. And the last time we needed to remind him that even the finance minister, upon all his escapades, is forced sometimes to appear before Parliament. So if the finance minister is bigger than you, how dare you not be able to appear before Parliament? Let him understand he is accountable to Parliament. And the 21 days is a long grace period. Which of you will believe that a Bank of Ghana in this level of crisis, self-inflicted, will be building a $250 million new headquarters? In fact, those of you who know Ridge Hospital, when President Mahama had the opportunity to lead this country, he built Ridge Hospital that you and I can use today. Right opposite of that hospital on the right-hand side is Bank of Ghana new headquarters, as if something is wrong with the old headquarters. You are broke, you have actually collapsed the economy. The next thing you do is to award a $250 million project. And guess what? That project is one of the fastest growing projects in this country. Not hospital projects, not education projects, not road project. The fastest growing project in this country is the construction of Bank of Ghana. So how can you tell us that the country is broke when the headquarters of Bank of Ghana is going on at a speed of light? It means that this is deliberate. What will we do after the 21 days? They shouldn't try us. We have options, like we always say. Our options are in our head. They should not try it because we are capable of deploying options that will get him out of office by force if he refuses to go within the 21 days. And we are telling him he should not dare us because we have the capability of driving him out of the office with your support. Thank you very much.
All right, my great and wonderful people, I believe say you don't hear this very one. This will not be the only video when we get concerning this very man, which is the governor of the Central Bank of Ghana. The reason why BC we showcase this very one to you, now for you to understand the bitterness of the people against this man. And waiting be their demand, may this man resign. Can you just imagine, according to what you hear from the mouth of this very man, and the nation is suffering. The citizens, they suffer. You say the next project will be say you're supposed to go do. As the man, when he be say he get brain to raise people from poverty to some kind of standard level of living. You say, na bank, na in you want go build. Waiting happen to the old one. He don't too fool. He don't too fool. You know, our people, may I not understand what they worry our people when they say that they occupy the leadership position of this nation or our continent, Africa. I don't understand. Many projects they when they say supposed to do to elevate people from poverty. That one you not do. You say you want to go build another headquarter of Bank of Ghana. And people they demand now, apart from all the atrocities when they say you don't commit, you say you're not answerable to anybody apart from your own boss, which is the president. Because now two of you now, and they do all the paddy things, they go. Those who are not doing. These people that they demand you now, they give you 21 days to come out. The Western world not hear you now. All una allies, they not hear una now. Say, okay, your people say they not want you to come out by yourself. They not want advise you now. When it be said they will truly come outside in mass to revolt against you, take over that seat by force, now that time una know say una get allies. Now that time, una will know say una get other Africa subordinates when it be say with the same messages up and down, they threaten up and down. Just like what they happen for Niger now. Before this coup take place for Niger, a lot of messages don't come. A lot of warnings don't come concerning Mohammed Bazoum or Abi Bazoum or Zoom when be said that they call him. You know what here? He see himself as Alpha and Omega. Today, everybody they lift up their shoulder. America the same message. United Kingdom the same message. Nigeria the same message. Make una go sit down. Una don't know una self. Una don't know una self. All right. I'll leave you to share your own opinion concerning that very one with us on the comment section, even as we leave you to watch this other video. This video, they come from our human rights activists for all the whole Africa. When we say in name now, Patrick Lumumba. Here waiting this man talk concerning this our cruel leaders. When it be say they vow with their own lives to make sure say they sink this continent of Africa because of their own greeds. Here I'll come back for more.
Of this war is that Russia is fighting the entire Western world. That is the reality. Many African countries quietly actually support Russia. And they support Russia out of historical reasons. That at critical moments during the struggle for independence, it is the Russians who came out to support those who are fighting for independence. The Russians who are present in Congo, the Russians who are present during the struggle in South Africa, the Russians who are present in Mozambique, the Russians who are present in Angola, the Russians who are present in Guinea-Bissau, and therefore sentimentally, Africans support Russia. But no matter who we support, my own view is that war has no eyes. The net effect is that those who are not responsible for the war end up suffering. And I hope that this war, once it's settled, will send a clear message also to the Western world that their hegemonic approach to world affairs must come to an end. And that the era of unilateralism and manipulation of multilateral institutions must stop. And the approach to world affairs must be collegiate through the UN. If they don't do that, then the Western world will find itself in a very difficult position. And the only thing that will protect them from the rest of the world is that they have nuclear weapons which they can unleash upon the rest of the world. And the writing is on the wall.
All right, my great and wonderful people, I believe say you don't hear from this very man. We not really get much to talk concerning this very one any longer. We'll leave you to share your own opinion with us for the comment section, even as we draw the line of this very broadcast. We'll see you again when we see you. Remember, we love you all. Bye-bye.